Chase, Nye, touchdown. The linebacker picked it up. That was not a forward pass. First down and 10 football.
Inside handoff. Oh, on the bootleg. Grease, 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Williamsport, great keep.
First quarter, on their third play from scrimmage, quarterback Brent Burley's pass gets picked off by Logan Ott and returned for a touchdown to put the Warriors up 7-0.
Play action. Coleman good. Back to pass. Got a man there going up. What a catch! 25, 20, 15, 10. Touchdown. 67 yards.
Pass. Steps up, wants it all. Throws. Got Brock Boyer down the field. Nice. Did he catch it? Touchdown. Brock Boyer. Good coverage. Dallas Grease. Kavanaugh back to pass. Looking deep out. Watkins has it at the 20, 15, 10,
He's going to score.
5.
Touchdown.
He's going to score. Touchdown. Touchdown.
With 6.2
touchdown,
seconds
Reese
left.
Watkins. Reese Watkins scores with 6 seconds to go from 30 yards out. Chase Kavanaugh to Reese Watkins again. That's the second time. 6 seconds to go, and he is in for the score.
Welcome to Touchdowns and Tailgates, powered by the Fairfield Auto Group. And we're down here in Muncy, Indian Land. Coach Sean Tatro. Hey, Coach, how we doing?
Oh, pretty good. Thanks for coming down today.
We got Cale Himberry. How we doing, Cale?
I'm good.
Positions you play, son?
O-line and D-line.
And you like to hit people, I understand.
Yeah, I love to hit people.
Christian, good to see you again.
How are you doing?
Excellent. Positions you play, son?
I'm receiver on offense and D-back on defense.
And you guys, quite a program Coach got going here. Tell me a little bit about your career here and how much fun it's been to watch the program build, probably when you're just a young buck, and now you're working on hopefully back-to-back district titles, right?
Yeah, that's always the goal. Everybody just working hard. You know, me and Cale both started out same year, freshmen. You know, every year you get a little bigger, a little better. Just hopefully keep working as a team. Everybody does their job, everybody does their part, and work as one.
And you probably grew a half a foot since last year, huh?
Not quite, but
a little bit, huh?
Maybe a little.
How about you, Cale? Tell me about the program under Coach T and how much fun it's been. I mean, you're a senior now, correct?
Yep.
Give us a little insight into it.
Coach T's done a great job. We've had 2 district championships since he's been here my freshman year and my junior year. That's been awesome to watch and learn from them and be on the team for them and play on them.
And once he's become a football power, a small school. Tell me a little bit about since you came here in the first year and now where you're at and how much different it is with the kids when you start the season.
I mean, it's one of those things. The longer we've been here, the kids know how we practice. They know our schemes offensively and defensively, and they get to put all that hard work in the summer, and then it gets to show Friday night on the field. They fly around, play physical, play fast, and we have some fun.
And you definitely do that. Big rivalry game, small school football. You're going to head up to South Williamsport. You got a couple rivalries on your schedule, but tell me about the South game and what it means.
I mean, South Williamsport, we treat that as a barometer every year. I mean, they're a very physical, very hard-nosed football team, and we use this game to measure where we are as a team up front. Our O-line needs to play great. Our running backs need to hit the hole hard, and we're excited for a physical, fun Friday night.
And it was a fun game last year. Cale, tell us a little bit about this year in the South Side matchup.
Well, we always know it's going to be a really physical game, and we know they're really tough year in and year out. So it's just a lot of fun getting out there and showing off what we have for our fans and their fans.
Trading a little war paint, right?
Yep.
You get much of that on your helmet?
Yeah.
Are you allowed to do that? I shouldn't even bring that up with all the concussion.
Yeah, try not to.
You try not to do it, right?
Still happens.
How about you, young man? Tell me about South. Tell me about Friday night. You're going to go up there. Great atmosphere down in the pit.
Yeah, everybody likes playing down there. It's just going to be a great game. Both teams, you know, both solid teams. They're 3-0, we're 2-1. Just going to come out, play our best, and thank God for the opportunity to have that game and play hard.
Absolutely. And Coach, looking at it, I hate to look across your season, but what do you see in District 4? I mean, obviously we know about Canton, but
I mean, single A football we know what it's about. You're going to have some hard-nosed teams. You're going to have a lot of guys playing 2 ways, and we're excited. It's one of those things. You got to make playoffs, and we can make a run from there. Our first time we won it as a 4 seed. Last year we were lucky enough to have that 2 seed and win it. So we're excited. We got to make the show, and once we get there, we'll show everybody what we're about.
In A football, small town football, Americana, everybody's playing both ways, playing special teams, right? Yeah. The great thing about that, Cale, is you don't get off the field much, do you?
Yeah. Definitely be in shape.
How many plays you get off a week?
Probably like 4 or 5 total
Coach,
special teams.
you better do a little extra conditioning for them this week.
They got some running to do.
Hey, how about you? You do special teams too? Any punts,
Yes, sir.
kicks?
All special teams, sir.
And special teams are a lot of fun, aren't they?
Yeah, I've enjoyed them. That's the one thing I got an opportunity to do when I was younger, freshman, sophomore, and now that I'm a senior, I get to play both ways and special teams, so it's a lot of fun.
Senior year is the most fun you'll have playing football.
Yes, sir.
So, hey, tell me what we got to do, what you have to, I'm not playing, what you have to do to beat the Mountaineers.
I mean, it starts right up front with Cale Hemberry, Dakota Howeisen, Mason Hillman, Isaac Harris, Travis Fogelman. All our O-lines got to come in. They got to come ready to play. South has a physical front 8, and we got to be match them up, body on a body. We got to start running our feet, and it should be an exciting game.
They try to make football a complicated game nowadays, but it all starts up front, doesn't it, Cale?
Oh, won or lost.
All starts in the trenches, doesn't it, young?
Yeah, especially with South and our team. We're both heavy running teams for sure.
And I look forward to the matchup. We're going to have it on Webb Weekly Live. Rich Salonis, Paul Bowe will be up there. We'll have complete coverage. Before we go here, shout out. Who'd you like to give a shout out to?
I'd like to give a shout out to a few people. Our freshman quarterback and actually cousins, Branson Ross Iyer, and also running back Ethan Gush. He runs hard.
Excellent. How about you, young man?
I'll just give a shout out to my mom and dad, my brothers Ryan and Troy.
It's always good. And a good wrestling family too, right?
Yeah, a very good wrestling family.
Hey, you better give a shout out to your mom and dad too.
Yeah, thank my parents for always supporting me in everything I do, and all my siblings, watching them play football and everything there.
Because I know your family too, an athletic family too, right?
Yes, sir.
Everybody is in Indian land. Coach, you want to give a shout out?
I mean, a shout out goes to our kids putting in the hard work this season. The off season was a great one for us, and we're excited to see where it takes them this year.
And we got a lot of construction going on here. We got a new gymnasium. We got a new weight room coming, right?
Yeah, we're excited. New competition gym, wrestling room, and gymnasium. We can't wait to get that weight room broken in.
That's fantastic. Well, there you got it. Good luck to you guys on Friday night. I look forward to watching the game. We'll take a commercial break for Fairfield Auto Group, and we'll be right back.
For over 33 years, Fairfield has been proud of what we sell and service. That's why we put our name on everything we sell. So whether you visit our Ford location in Williamsport or Montoursville, or our Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram dealerships in Muncy or Danville, or our Chevy Cadillac dealership on Route 15 in Lewisburg, you'll always experience great customer service during and long after the sale. Fairfield, you're gonna love us.
And we're back. I got Doc Chris Massey with me. Hey, Doc, how we doing?
Doing good. Great weather here.
Beautiful. You couldn't ask for better.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
So, hey, outstanding weekend of high school football. Obviously, we'll have the Doc Massey Sun Gazette Top 5, but what was the biggest surprise you saw this past weekend?
Oh, surprise! I'd probably go Muncy, beating Towanda 24-14. I know Towanda's not as good as they have been in the past, but they're still a decent AA team, and as young as Muncy is, I thought that was impressive to go up there and win.
And we got South Williamsport and Muncy, Webb Weekly Live Game of the Week. Should be a good matchup.
Yeah, it was one that I thought at the beginning of the year South would win pretty convincingly, but now the way Muncy's played these last 2 weeks, I think it's going to be a good battle like it was last year.
Anything else jump out at you that surprised you a little?
I don't know the way Montoursville dominated Jersey Shore was a surprise. I knew Montour was good. I thought they would win the game, but to be down 12-0 and then come back and just overpower a good team the way they did, I think shows how dangerous they are.
They're pretty darn good.
They are. They got some big boys up front, some great skill players and a lot of depth.
And Coach Gravish and the Bulldogs aren't chopped liver. I mean,
no, they're a good team. They just ran into a buzzsaw on Friday.
So what do we got? Doc Massey, Sun Gazette, Top 5.
There you go, Montoursville #1, and the way their lines took over both sides of the game, that was really impressive. They didn't even have to throw the ball that much. And it was what they needed. They were down 12-0 after they had basically had 2 preseason scrimmages almost, so I think it was good for them to get punched in the mouth a little bit and respond.
And again, Montoursville seems to have outstanding depth also, where they can play a lot of guys and there's not much of a drop-off.
No, I mean, they've got 4 different running backs they can use, and Rocco Polizzi was the guy the other night. And I think you'll see a lot of that because it allows Logan Ott and Jacob Reeder to stay fresh and be ready on defense, and it's that way at a lot of positions for them, so it's a nice luxury for them.
And I don't know about you, but I'm looking forward to the Warriors and the Southern Columbia Tigers.
It's going to be a battle, but yeah, I mean they're going to have to play an awesome game to keep it interesting. But yeah, I think it could be fun. I mean, I thought Southern would blow them out a few years ago, and it was 56-50 in the district final. So you never know.
You never know. Number 2.
We're going to go with Williamsport, moving up one after. I was impressed that they only lost 17-10 at Berwick. I know they're not into moral victories.
No.
But for a really young team to go to Berwick against a more experienced team and hang around the way they did, I think is really encouraging.
I thought their defense was outstanding.
Yeah.
Couldn't muster a lot of offense, but that defense kept them in the ballgame.
Yeah, and 17 points in 3 games. If they keep playing defense like this, they're going to have a chance to win any game they're in. I mean, it's a cliche, but defense wins championships. And
a tip of the hat to Coach Cruz and that defense. And Gary Crispin, Babe Mayer, they'll have Hazelton and Williamsport. It'll be a great ball game.
Should be. I mean, this will be the 7th time they've played in 4 years. They met in the playoffs 3 straight years. So I think the Millionaires are going to have some revenge on their mind.
I think so, too. Number 3.
We'll go Jersey Shore there. I think they just ran into a great team. I still think Jersey Shore is really good. They got another tough one against Mount Carmel this week, but this is a team that's going to get better as the year goes on. I still really like Tanner Lorson and the receivers that they have. And you haven't heard the last of the Bulldogs?
Oh no, they're going to be right there, and good things ahead for the Bulldogs.
Yeah,
Number
definitely.
4.
Loyal Sock.
The Lancers jump in.
Yeah, they're coming on strong, and I like the way the defense stepped up the other night with, I think twice they turned the ball over inside the red zone, and they got 2 stops inside the 10. They overcame 4 turnovers, and they got an emerging playmaker, which I'll get to a little bit later here. But the offense is starting to look explosive.
I'll wait for that also, and Shikellami's been a tough place for the Lancers.
Yeah.
And I think that was a quality win for them, even though they're down and Shikellami's not their normal self.
Yeah, I think it was good for a young team that they could come off a big win against Danville, handle a little bit of adversity down there against a team that played Danville tough, and come out with a W. That was a good sign for them.
Yep. And rounding it out?
We'll go up north, and the
Canton Warriors holding down the 5 spot.
Yeah, they're 3-0. They made mincemeat of Wyalusing, and I think till they get to maybe Muncy in week 6, they're going to be putting up some big numbers here. They're going to be tough to beat.
And there's just something special. We were down at Muncy, just came small school football, hometown Americana, where everybody plays both ways, including special teams, where everybody comes out on Friday night. You know what it is up at Canton. I mean,
they love it up there.
And just terrific.
Yeah, it's fun. They're writing a good story and building a good program where they got 44 kids on the roster, which for Canton is really impressive.
And I shouldn't say Friday night up at Canton, should I?
Well, they go mostly Friday nights.
Oh, do they go Friday nights?
They go one afternoon game a year now.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, they went to that a couple years ago.
That's why I got you along here, Doc. So keep me filled. So, hey, best of the rest?
I'll go with, we already mentioned Muncy. I think Warrior Run lost a tough one to Danville, but had their chances in that game, so I think Warrior Run's still a team to watch. And South Williamsport here, 3-0 now. Had a little bit of, they got down early against Hughesville, but they responded really well. And the defense has forced 15 turnovers so far, and they've got, I think, 11 interceptions. So you keep doing that, you're going to win a lot of games.
And they're working behind us here, getting ready for the matchup with the Muncy Indians. And if you don't know where we're at South Williamsport High School. Practice field for the Mounties is right behind us. And what a beautiful view of the valley. I mean,
can't beat it.
Just a beautiful sun-drenched day. And if it was Friday night, how many football fields could we see from here if the lights were on?
Yeah, you could see. You might be able to see a few. You definitely see the lights from Williamsport
and Loyal Sock, and probably Montoursville over that tree. But it's just a beautiful spot. And Coach Eisworth, one thing I noticed, he just has been reloading.
Yeah.
He loses good players, and just when you think, now you and I know he has a stretch coming up, but Webb Weekly Live will have the game here Friday night. And I'm anxious to come over and see Muncy and South because both replaced a lot of guys.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. There's going to be a lot of new faces on the field. And neither team has a big roster. I think both barely have 30 guys on the team, but the guys that are playing are pretty good. And both Muncy's kind of built in the same way South is, where it starts up front with some big boys. They can run the ball, and it's not going to be a game for the faint of heart. I think it's going to be a good physical battle.
And that leads us to the Doc Massey Sun Gazette Players of the Week.
Well, I mentioned the one I was alluding to from Loyal Sock, Davion Hill, freshman. I mean, he
runs with nastiness.
He's only for a freshman, he's played 2 high school games. He's got 2 100-yard games. He totaled 200 yards against Shikellamy and 4 touchdowns. And it's going to be fun to see him keep doing his thing for 4 years.
It absolutely is, and he's got giddy up and go, and he can run with power. I mean, he's got good bloodlines too.
Absolutely, there's some really good bloodlines there. We'll stay with running backs. I mentioned him earlier, Rocco Palizzi from Montoursville, 206 yards and 3 touchdowns. And he's another kid that we're going to be hearing a lot about the next few years.
And again, I like the co-players of the week, and he's got quicks too.
He does. He runs. He's got a little bit of power, a little bit of agility, and he was busting some people the other night. So Montoursville, they're a veteran team, but they got some young studs like that to build around for the future too.
And again, another program that just seems to be getting better and better under J.C. Kiefer. I think the band down there just did amazing.
They are really good.
So I like your players of the week. Anything you want to throw in at the end?
No, I'm just I think this is going to be exciting Friday. 2 3-0 teams like last year. And, maybe it's round 1 of 2 because there's a chance they can meet in the playoffs again. So I think that's exciting. And I think it's going to be exciting to see what Montoursville keeps doing. If they can stay healthy and stay focused, they're going to be tough to beat this year.
Hard to believe we're heading into week 4.
It's crazy.
But I will say this, and I think you'll agree with me. We're a whole lot better off I thought we were going to be when you and I talked over the summer. I think the coaches have done a tremendous job replacing players, preparing for the future. And the state of high school football, if you were given an overall grade right now, what would you say in our area?
I'd go around a B or so, which is better than I thought it would be, like you said, because I thought a lot of teams were in rebuilding mode. But I think there's a lot of young people stepping up, and there's a lot of programs that, just these ones I mentioned in the top 5 that are really good now, but have a lot of young horses to build around the next few years. So I think it's going to look good here for the next few years.
And I guess that'll wrap it up. We'll take a commercial break. I'll be back with Coach Chris Eisworth and a couple of the Mounties.
Sounds good.
For over 33 years, Fairfield has been proud of what we sell in service. That's why we put our name on everything we sell. So whether you visit our Ford location in Williamsport or Montoursville, or our Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram dealerships in Muncy or Danville, or our Chevy Cadillac dealership on Route 15 in Lewisburg, you'll always experience great customer service during and long after the sale. Fairfield, you're gonna love us.
We're back, and I'm here with South Williamsport head coach Chris Eisworth. Good to see you, Coach.
How you doing, Jim?
Always good to come up the top of the hill here.
Thank you.
Mounties off to a 3-0 start. Who do we have here? Well, you know how we do this. We'll let you introduce yourself.
My name is Luke Winter. I'm a running back and middle linebacker.
My name is Caleb Nelson. I'm a middle linebacker and tight end.
My name is Dakota Hill. I'm a tight tackle and a D tackle.
Boys, you've been part of the program here with Coach. I'm going to start with you guys. And obviously, very good careers you have here. Tell me about playing for Coach Eisworth and the tradition you guys have developed here in Southside, Luke.
Right. Well, we know we have to do it for the past people because they pretty much showed us the way. I mean, we all learned from our older guys when we were young, so we just got to keep doing that, keep bringing that to the table.
And as far as where you were at senior year, Gannon hasn't been healthy, so what's it feel like being the man?
Right. It feels pretty good, actually. I mean, I've always wanted to be the tailback, and I mean, props to Gannon.
And he's worked hard, and you have an opportunity, and unfortunately that happens in football. Right. Coach, you do a great job of developing in everybody, and I know you had no doubts. I mean, you want Gannon out there, but with this beast that you've had for a few years, pretty good option to have.
Yeah, and again, it's such a team sport. I mean, we talk about it all the time, next man up. I mean, Gannon, he had a tremendous junior year, and we're expecting him to do great things his senior year also. But in the downtime, Luke's had a real nice start on the season, and he's had a couple guys here, Caleb and Cody, blocking for him, helping him out, and we've had a nice cast of young sophomores stepping in and doing a great job with Lane Lusker at fullback. And when you have all those guys like Landon Larson stepping in at quarterback, doing some things he's done, and then guys like Nash on the outside and Bachman and all these other cats. I mean, they've been a lot of fun to coach.
Caleb, tell us about playing Mountie football and what it means to run out in the field on Friday night. You got Muncy Indians. We're going to have the game live and a good ball game coming up.
Yeah, you just got to get the team hyped, get ready to play a good game. We got to have a good practice all week.
That's the most important thing. And we hear your teammates in here, and you guys are going to go back and join them, lifting weights, doing the work.
Right.
You got to do the work, don't you, Cody?
Yes, sir.
Mountie football. You're a senior this year.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about, I've already asked, but coming through the program, growing up, and now you're a senior.
It's been a ride, basically. You can't stop the grind. I had Ben Johnson and them show me the way, so now I have to show the younger kids the way to be dominant.
Ben was a pretty good big brother, and I know you've been coach I've talked to. You're a good big brother too, isn't that? What's it like to become the big brother instead of the little guy coming up?
You got more responsibilities to show the young kids how to do stuff, and yeah, basically.
It is. Coach, off to a 3-0 start. I don't want to look ahead of Muncy. Good rivalry is developed with Muncy. Good small, I call it small school Americana football. The lights will be on, the stands will be full, the band will be playing, and the guys will be playing both ways in special teams. Tell me the challenges of coaching at a program the size of South.
Right now, we have 25 guys on our roster here. We're a small A school. Everything runs in cycles, but I can't say enough about the team. We have really grown and developed. The kids work hard. They've represented the community, their school, their parents, the student body, and really that's all we want. We want to prepare these guys for their futures and being good citizens, being good family men, and doing what's right, working hard. And I think that's what we've really tried to do here at South Williamsport. The football, the scholarships, the things that we've done, the state playoff runs. All that stuff is great, but it's all about developing these guys and into good young men.
And it becomes a family. And football's, I think, the sport where you grow closer together. So give a shout out here to somebody you'd like to thank that's helped you over the years. Could be parents, could be coaches, whoever you'd like.
Yeah, well, first off, I'd like to thank my parents because they pretty much do everything for me. They gave me rides all for freshman through sophomore year, and now I can drive, so they don't have to give me rides. But shout out to the Greskys. They're always up there feeding us. We're always up there just having fun, hanging out.
Very nice. How about you, Caleb?
I'd like to thank Coach Eisworth for putting us in this position for this Muncy game, and I think we got to go out and play hard and come out with the dub.
Come out with the dub. Cody? Who's helped you along over here?
Mostly my parents and Coach Eisworth. They helped me get through my problems, and I'm here today. I'm almost an all-state player, and I'm hyped for it, you know what I mean?
And it's fantastic. And we'll leave the boys. Why don't you boys head into the weight room, and I'll catch Coach here quick. Thank you very much.
Good job.
So, Coach, got to hit you up. Keys of the game, defeating Muncy. Coach T does a great job down there. He's built that program, same as you. Doesn't have a lot of kids, gets them ready, competes. Keys to the game Friday night.
When you have two teams like us playing, we both try to establish a run game. We both try to, defensively stop big plays from happening. We try to win the turnover ball. We try to play clean, not a lot of penalties. Just the things that everyone talks about. That's how these games are played, and the teams that come out on top are the teams that usually do those things. And if you're giving up big plays and you're committing penalties and doing things that aren't going to help you, you're going to be in for trouble, because Muncy, they've really done a tremendous job down there and doing the little things. They have a nice weight program. coach and the whole community. Football is important in Muncy. Athletics are important, like here in South Williamsport. You can go back many years. The South Muncy football game, was always a very hard-fought battle. So
it's always very physical.
Yes, very much.
One in the trenches, and one thing about you and Coach T. Coach Gravish, JC at Montour. Yeah. I love the coaches we have in the area, and I don't want to leave anybody out. Coach Cruz, but you guys make it simple in our area. You tackle, you block, you run the football, and when you throw the ball, you make the other team pay. Is that a good assessment of how most of it?
That's a good way to go after it, and there's. We all grew up watching, Paterno and Penn State. And
but I know you have that slinging around side of you.
But we have, and when you have, guys that can do that, it's exciting, to do those things. But
Well, we look forward to having the game Friday night. We'll be here live, be on Webb Weekly Live. Gary Crispin, Babe Mayer will have Williamsport, Hazleton also. And good luck. Thanks for having us over.
Yep, appreciate it.
And that's another episode of Touchdowns and Tailgates in the book. Get out to the high school football field near you. Watch the game, watch the band, enjoy some hometown cooking.
Inside handoff. Oh, on the bootleg. Grease. 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Williamsport. Great keep.
First quarter. On their third play from scrimmage, quarterback Brent Burley's pass gets picked off by Logan Ott and returned for a touchdown to put the Warriors up 7-0.
Play action. Coleman good. Back to pass. Got a man there going up. What a catch! 25, 20, 15, 10. Touchdown. 67 yards. Coleman.
Pass. Steps up once and all. Throws. Got Brock Boyer down the field. Nice. Did he catch it? Touchdown. Brock Boyer. Good coverage. Dallas Grease. Kavanaugh back to pass. Looking deep out. Watkins has it at the 20, 15, 10,
He's going to score.
5. He's going to score. Touchdown. Touchdown.
With 6.2
touchdown,
seconds
Reese
left.
Watkins. Reese Watkins scores with 6 seconds to go from 30 yards out. Chase Kavanaugh to Reese Watkins again. That's the second time. 6 seconds to go, and he is in for the score.